Hello friends, welcome back to another video from Shomu's Biology. In this lecture, we are going to talk about how to manage time in CSIR Net examination. So time management is a big problem during any competitive examination, particularly CSIR Net Life Science examination, where there will be many questions to be attended. Like there are total 200 marks examination for 3 hours, and particularly part C questions are big, and basically the question paper is so long. If you want to read from a paper like start of the question from part A till the end of the part C question, it will take more than a 1.5 year to just read through the questions. So during this time frame, how to read and comprehend and answer the question is a skill, and without a proper time management skill, even though you know the answers, you will fail to answer most of the questions, and ultimately it will create a selection pressure, and you will end up answering more wrong questions, wrong options, and that way will end up in negative marking. That's what I witnessed in my students, that when I take exams in my coaching institute, they scored well, but when the same thing happening with them to the examination centers in the actual CSIR Net examination environment, they answered many wrong questions, even though they know how to answer that, but still they end up in wrong answers because of the pressure that they feel during examination. So what are the best ways to minimize this pressure, and what is the best way to manage time during examination? I'll give you 3 tips to manage your time well. I'll give you 3 tips that will help you to understand and to manage time during CSIR Net examination. So the very first tip is selection of section. Okay, there are 3 different sections in CSIR Net Life Science examination: paper A, part A, part B, part C. Part A is general aptitude, part B subjective direct question, part C subjective analytical questions. So selection of the section is very important. You must start with part C, because part C questions are bigger. It will take more time for you to read and go through and comprehend part C question. If you give less time to part C question, you will fail to comprehend the question, thus you fail to answer the question. But for part B and part A, there is nothing much to comprehend in part B particularly. Part A, there is something to comprehend because their analytical questions will be there in part A as well. But in part B, there are mostly direct questions. So either you know the answer or you don't know the answer. So sitting with a part B question for a longer duration of time will not give you any extra advantage. But sitting with a part C question for 3-4 minutes can give you a correct answer, and that is also for 4 marks answer, but in part B it's only 2 marks answer. So give more priority in solving part C than part B and part A, because part C consists of 50% of the total marks of CSIR Net Life Science examination. So start with part C and give it for 2 hours. Okay, yes, 25 question, 2 hours I'll give you. Then part A for, let's say, 15 to 20 minutes, then part B for another 20 minutes, and that will be it. This should be your scheme for answering the question. Now tip number 2 is selecting questions. So selecting of section is really important: C, A, B, or you can start with C, or you can start with A, then C, then B, but do not keep C or A to the end. Now let's move to the second. The second tip is regarding the selection of the questions. So let's say you prepared the subject very well. Like there are 13 units, unit 1 to unit 13, different units: biochemistry, cell biology, molecular biology, human physiology, plant physiology. All these units are there. Now among them, let's say you prepared well for plant physiology, you prepared well for molecular biology and cell biology. So whenever those questions are there, you need to directly go there and answer those questions. It will increase your chance of reaching the maximum number of questions that you need to answer, rather reading through the whole paper. Because if you start to read through the whole paper, let's say you start reading the question from the beginning, and that's biochemistry question, you haven't prepared biochemistry well, so it's not, the point is invalid to just read biochemistry question, because you haven't prepared it well, and probably you will not be able to answer the question. So it's not required to read that at the beginning. So go directly to the questions, to the topic, to the unit that you have prepared well. This is one thing. And the second thing is that while selecting a question, while reading the question, you need to build a habit. During the preparation, during your 6-month or 1-year preparation, you need to build this habit of just go through the question instead of reading the question frame by frame, word by word. Just go through the question fast and to understand from which topic the question is asked. Because the moment you see the question, the moment you just observe the question, you know the topic, and now you can assess yourself whether you will be able to answer that question from that topic or not. If you don't, then leave that topic, leave that question. You don't need to just go through individual words, and that is a skill that will build up the more you practice before the examination. That's what we say, practice from the previous year's question papers, and this kind of skills need to be practiced well, because once you practice these skills well, You will know just by looking at the question, okay, this question is from my league, this question is out of my league. So you can just either accept a question or reject a question. Okay, and this acceptance and rejection can be done within 30 seconds. In part C, I'm talking about 30 seconds. In part B, 10 to 12 seconds. You can do that very fast. In that way, you can just brush through the whole question paper in 30 to 40 minutes. And if you want to read word by word, it will take more than 1.5 hours. That's another thing. But this habit you need to build before the examination, during your question answer practice session. And the last and final tip, that is tip number 3, is focus. During examination, this is online examination, there will be clock and all these things in front of you. It's always telling you the time is going on. You don't need to think of the clock. You just need to think yourself like you have practiced the question paper. And I recommend all my students that before going into the CSIR Net examination, at least appear in one of that whole examination, so that you can check your score, you can assess yourself. Okay, that is a grand mock test that we offer as a coaching institute, and other coaching institutes also offer. So the grand mock test or mock test you need to appear into, and that give you an idea about what it feels like to answer a question in a real time situation. Okay, so you need to practice that. You need to also see that, otherwise that clock, ticking clock will trigger you. You will have a panic attack. And also during examination, there are many obstructions, there are many distractions surrounding you. Distractions like invigilator coming in and out, and that different people are doing different things, they're talking there. So all these things are going on surrounding you. You need to cut this noise. These days we are less patient because we are involved with our smartphones and all, and that decreases our patience level. But you need to increase the patience level, and the best way to increase the patience level is to find out something or some part of the work that you find irritating, and you want to do that before examination. These skills are really important. You need to find something which is really irritating for you. You don't want to do that for even 2 minutes, but keep on doing that for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, until and unless it start creating an eternal calmness inside of you. And that way you can really conquer the noise outside, noise surrounding. And this is very important. If you stop the noise, then you can focus on your work. And this is very important, because I personally believe that a pen and paper model or normal mode was easier to focus, because we are more trained to read from books and pages till this point of time. Maybe in upcoming 5-10 years, people will be more focused on understanding from the reading from the from devices. People are being accustomed with that, but till now at this point we are focused on reading. So this focus is very important. So if you focus on yourself, you practice to build this focus, practice to build this patience, then that will definitely help you, and you can see immense benefit, because once you're focused, you'll make less mistakes. And believe me, at least 2 to 3 questions in part C, people make mistake just due to the panic attack, just due to the pressure that they are feeling in. So that can be reduced. Okay, and also the practice more and more questions is very important. That's a bonus tip. The more questions you practice from previous years, from the last few years GATE papers, last few years IIT JAM papers, from all these things, if you practice more and more question paper, the better you will get to answer them, the better you will get to know about that in the examination, the better you will get to solve them in the examination. So that is all about the best 3 tips on how to reduce negative marking in CSIR Net examination. And if these tips help you out, then please hit the like button, share this video with your friends and colleagues, and subscribe to this channel to get more videos like that in future. Thank you. Bye.